because after this we will continue with the climate-friendly travel. So Climate-Friendly Travel Bali has strived to create a climate-friendly travel system by creating community of champions, registry, and also developing CFT projects by identifying and develop locally initiated projects that could be solar electrifications of villages, water sanitation, and many more. I'm sure that the audience would like to know more, and we have our specialties here. And I would like to give the time and the stage back to Ibu Rahmi. The stage is yours.
Yes, thank you, Wendy. And yeah, I would like to say hi to Professor Jeffrey Lipman. Hello.
Hi, I hope
Hi
you
from
can
Bali.
I hope you can hear me.
Yes, we can hear you really well. Yeah, can you hear us?
I can, yes, very well, and also see you.
Okay,
It's
good,
good
good.
it's good to see you.
Thank you, thank you. Good to see you too. And yeah, again, I would like to invite Bapak Agung to come on stage. Bapak Agung, Prof, there's Pak Agung here. Maybe need to go upstairs. And Ibu Amanda, could you please come to the stage again? Silakan Pak Agung. Maybe wave to wave to Jeffrey.
Jeffrey,
There's-
it's Pak Agung from
There's
Udayana.
Agung here, Jeffrey. On
Yeah,
stage.
we have just been exchanging emails during the last session. It's always a pleasure to see my friend Agung.
Okay.
Who,
Silakan. So yeah, Prof, let me start to introduce about our session about climate-friendly travel. We would like to start the session with a video. Is the multimedia ready?
The video about SunX Malta, I
Oh
believe.
yeah, SunX
Yes.
Malta.
So everyone, we are now, Ecotourism Bali is now part of the SunX Malta, which is a climate-friendly, promoting climate-friendly tourism all across the world. So we are now part of the network, and Professor Jeffrey Lipman will tell us more about it.
So tell us more after the short
After the video.
introduction. Yes, after the video. Can we start the video?
SunX was probably conceived 25 years ago at the Rio Earth Summit in 1992. There's just one existential issue. If we don't fix climate change, your kids, my kids, our grandchildren, they're not going to be here. Enough is enough. You can't keep doing business in this same fashion. You have to change things.
is the introduction about climate-friendly travel and SunX Malta. Please give a round of applause to the CFT, or climate-friendly travel. And today we have Professor Jeffrey Liebman as the founder of climate-friendly travel. And Prof, you have something that you would like to share about CFT, and especially you have a plan B for this climate, especially in the industry of tourism. I might give the floor to you, please, Professor.
Well, thank you, Rami, and it was good to be here a little early and to listen to the last panel, and it really puts the comments I have to say today into context. And it's also good to be back with you in Bali for the second time in a month. But unfortunately, this time it's only virtually, and I can't enjoy looking out of my window. I can't enjoy the pleasure of the Bali climate.
It's a bit hot now.
I have the same message as I delivered a month ago. We're in the midst of a world war. Third World War is on the climate crisis. And you can see this with every crazy, unpredictable wildfire, hurricane, flood, drought, heat wave, glacier meltdown, or sea level rise. And they're happening everywhere, all over the world. And with them, they are bringing hundreds of thousands of climate refugees. And you only have to look to not too far distant from you globally, to those small islands in the Pacific, Tuvalu, Kiribati, who are already feeling the rising seawater is reducing their land space. The challenge we all face, highlighted at the annual climate COPs, like the 28th one you were just talking about, which is just completed in Dubai, in UAE, wherever we are on the planet, the key issue, how to simultaneously respond to the worsening extreme weather reality, and reduce rapidly greenhouse gas emissions to get to zero 2050. And let me say, I'm not talking about net zero, I'm talking about zero 2050. Because if you don't focus on a concrete target and you muddle it with alternative approaches where the technology hasn't yet been invented, or carbon offsets with many questionable practices in this field, we know that big oil is still going to continue to want to keep pumping, and countries are still wanting to secure energy security this way. I say this against the backdrop of an IPCC report issued last year that says that no country is anywhere near the reductions it has committed to achieve Paris 1.5. And that report calls for emissions to peak in 2025, just 2 years from now, peak emissions. And I also do it, and more personally, against the backdrop of a new TPCC report, which was mentioned in the previous panel, Tourism Panel on Climate Change, where I, together with Professors Susan Beckham from Australia and Daniel Scott from Canada, we've been overseeing 60 plus climate scientists and tourism experts producing a similar report for the first time ever to the IPCC for tourism. That TPCC report produced a stock take this year, which makes it very clear that tourism is in a worse position than most countries identified in the IPCC report. Our emissions are increasing faster than the norm. The TPCC report says we must go further and we must go faster. And here, I know, every community has its own specific challenge. How can you make such radical changes in the context of your own reality, your unique culture, your traditions, your geography, above all, your economics and lifestyle well-being, and last but not least, your politics? In the climate world, they talk of high ambition groups. And this is a message I have today for you in Bali. We need this also for tourism. Communities who are prepared to step into the spotlight and call for a change and become what we are calling at Sun X, high ambition, strong, climate-friendly travel champions. Can Bali be such a community? That's my big question to you today. In Bali, as a world-famous iconic destination, you're already in the tourism spotlight. You have your own special dynamics. And I see my friend Agung on the stage. Together, over a decade ago, we instituted a major study for Gert Ardika when he was the tourism minister of Indonesia, looking at Bali as a green growth destination. And I know from that work and from the results of that study how deep your Trihita Karana culture is, how good your powerful tourism product is, and also how much capacity pressure you have, both from your own success and the constrained living space of a small island. And now we are all confronting life-threatening global climate demands and totally unpredictable weather patterns which have historically been predictable and on which your tourism product has been based. Can Bali become a strong tourism climate champion community? And at SunX, we think you can, and we think we can help. We believe in acting, not simply declaring. And let me make a comment here. Yes, the Glasgow Declaration was a good first step, but 800 people who have signed it, including individuals, let's not fool ourselves. We have to act beyond declarations. At SunX Malta, we've actually built a number of programs to support what we call a climate-friendly travel framework. And they include, number one, a landmark diploma with ITS in Malta. And we have students on this course from Indonesia now. A UNFCCC linked registry, the only tourism link into the UNFCCC system to commit to transformation. An activist chapter structure for local engagement. Fourth, a Plan B support for climate-friendly travel growth. Fifth, and this is important because we launched it in Bali a month ago, a club for climate-conscious travelers, mainly young adventurers looking to explore great destinations but also concerned to do it in a way that benefits the communities they visit and does the right thing for the planet. And that club is based on giving benefits to people who are climate conscious, not questionable carbon offset payments to airlines, and nobody knows where it goes and nobody knows how good that is. It just becomes another click box in between, do you want insurance and do you want to sit next to the person you're traveling with? Give us a few dollars here. And last but not least, we've created a social enterprise facility to provide blended finance for Plan B development and implementation. So I think we in Sunex have a program framework that we can work with you in Bali to help Bali become a global leader in this field. And today we're taking the first step in launching our Bali climate-friendly travel chapter. And on the stage, I'm so pleased to see the leaders of this chapter from the Ecotourism Society of Bali, and obviously driven by Susie and Rami. And I'm particularly happy to see my longtime friend and colleague, Agung, on stage as well, because we need your support. And I'm still believing we, along with the youth, we need some older heads to guide. Our Bali chapter leaders will recruit like-minded colleagues and reach out to the tourism industry to join our free climate-friendly travel support registry so we can help them to develop climate action plans. I listened to Sean in the earlier section, the new congratulations on becoming the head of the Bali Hotel Association. We need your members, we need you to be an active part of this program. We need to respond to the operational dimensions of the climate crisis, not just to make nice promises 30 years into the future. And the overriding immediate focus must be to start to consider how to deal with the looming extreme weather threat. Our chapter will also provide a base for a climate-friendly travel Plan B that will allow Bali to respond to Paris 1.5 imperatives in a more focused way, to address relevant SDGs, those that are applicable to Bali, and to deliver nature-positive, top-class tourism products. When I was here a month ago, I promised that Sunex would provide a draft Plan B for Bali. Correct. And this I recommit to do today. And to advance these climate resilience programs, our chapter will be hosting workshops, providing educational and social media materials, and it will reach out into village communities to strengthen the buy-in. So let me say, finally, we look forward to working with you in the pivotal years ahead. We look forward to bringing climate-friendly travel growth. And I say growth because if you're not polluting and you're not creating over-tourism in your community, there is no reason why tourism should not grow and continue to provide the benefits we all know that it provides. So for our part, we commit to make Bali a primary global focal point in a better world that we will help to create together. And don't forget, we are doing this not for ourselves, but for our kids and our grandkids.
Thank you, Jeffrey.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for explanation about climate-friendly travel. And as a chapter leader, Ibu Susi Hutomo will now present about...
Yeah, I have just a couple of slides. Yes, indeed, Sanex Malta have been working with us to talk about the Plan B for a climate-friendly travel for Bali. And I've just taken some of the very important points, and these are the things that Rahmi and I know there is another member, Ibu Eka over there, who's also from climate-friendly travel. This is something that we're going to try and keep doing. So let's have a look. Next. Yep. So the first one, like what we're doing today, we're going to be continuing to doing workshop and forums to discuss the climate risk, especially with regards to tourism, as we know. Next. Educational campaigns, we're going to be working with some of the groups in schools. We already connected with GYC, it's called. It's a group of very young people who are very concerned about environment and climate. So we're going to talk to them about more local language kind of materials that we can send out to schools. Next. Yep, and basically we already have how many ambassadors, Rahmi?
15.
15? Yeah, we already have in our network 15 ambassadors, and we're going to be training more and more people so they can be a champion on the climate and also on sustainability with Ecotourism Bali. Okay, I think that's really it. So those are the 3 commitments that we're making as the Bali chapter of climate-friendly travel. Back to you,
Thank
Rahmi.
you, Ibu. And then that is the introduction about SunX Malta and climate-friendly travel, that Ecotourism Bali proudly affiliated with climate-friendly travel. And then, of course, there's a plan to continue the mission about this climate-friendly travel. And then I would like to invite Ibu Anak dan Ibu Kiki to go up.
Ibu Eka, silakan. And also, by the way, Jeffrey, I think
Ibu
Ibu
Hanifah, please,
Kiki,
yeah. And then we're gonna do
Ibu
official
Rizky is
launching.
also a friend of yours, Jeffrey, from the Ministry of Tourism. If you're
Please,
still there,
Ibu.
Jeffrey.
And then we're gonna do the official launch.
Oh
of
wow,
Climate
that's a great pleasure to see Risky again. Yes.
So now we're going to do like a little bit of a virtual launch, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.